Hey, I'm Matt from In the Moment, and I'm here in bed with
Maxwell Hausman.
Maxwell Hausman. How's your Pride going so far?
It's going pretty well. I've been to a lot of different Prides. This is my first LA Pride. I moved here from Boston a few months ago.
Wow, welcome.
Thank you.
So we're talking about the spread of HIV, and I'm wondering how you think attitudes about HIV have evolved over the years, or have they?
I think there's still a stigma associated with it. I don't think it's just on gay people, though. I think anyone with it sort of, people are more accepting, and they realize it's not just a gay disease anymore. And I think people are a lot more aware of, research that they can donate to. But, like any contagious disease, people are still a little when they...
Do you think people are aware of how to handle it in their everyday lives? I mean, is it something you and your friends talk about?
I think people know that you can't catch it from, hugging someone now, if that's what you mean.
Some people know.
Yeah, well... Right. True. But I think the majority of people are pretty educated about how you get it, how to prevent getting it. Yeah.
And do you and your friends talk about it, or is it...
Sometimes I talk about it with my friends. It's not a normal subject I bring up. Usually, the most common I actually talk about it is, how with the Red Cross you can't donate blood if you're a man who's had sex with a man, or even a woman who's had sex with a man who's had sex with a man. And it's mostly about that, well, if they're going to be that, just blanket not allowed, they should include groups that are higher than homosexuals. Now, African-American women now are actually the highest group of people with HIV. So it's usually about that, the Red Cross is sort of discriminatory practices. Because even though it is a really good organization, at the same time, that's not such a good policy.
We need to interview them. We need to get them in this bed. And what can we do to stop the spread of HIV?
People just need to be more careful. I think, first off, this is, again, I'm all about live and let live. I think people should cut down on the multiple partner thing. I think people should wait until they actually, care about someone before they, do the diddly.
Full penetration.
Yeah. So, you can always just make out with someone until you actually like them.
When you're going to do more than make out, what happens then?
I think you both should get tested first. Obviously, you have to use protection, whether you're gay, straight, whatever else in between. But I definitely think that people being a little bit more scrutinizing with who they get into bed with would definitely help. Whether you're using protection or not, I definitely think if people are a little bit more reserved with their body, it probably would help.
Well, in case you're not so reserved with your body, we have some free in the moment condoms there for your.
If you're not, an uptight Bostonian like myself, yes, just make sure you use protection and get yourself tested.
All right, thanks so much for joining me. Have a happy Pride.